Well, good evening, everyone. This is Bryce Martin and Taylor Martin, owner of Michigan Bay Paranormal Team and co-owner / co-managers. And we don't have anyone on yet, but I guess we'll just get right into it. It's our weekly live discussion. And we're going to talk tonight a little bit about orbs, our good friends, orbs. So feel free to comment, join in on the discussion. See, we only have one person viewing right now, but hopefully more will start shortly. And like, comment, subscribe to Michigan Bay Paranormal Team. We were supposed to release another video this week. It will be coming after this weekend. We are starting to get ready for our ski season here in Michigan. Taylor and I are both skiers, and actually, I will have another YouTube channel coming out very shortly called Indecent Exposure. Not indecent exposure. That would attract a totally different crowd.
Have to pick a different video platform.
I'd have to pick a different platform. It's not going to be indecent. It's going to be in-decent, D-E-C. Okay. Funny. Descent, as in descending down a hill. So once that channel launches, if you guys are into skiing, snowboarding, kayaking, anything outdoors, sportsy like that, be sure to check that channel out as well. And that will be dropping here within the next month or so. So tonight we're going to talk about orbs and why orbs are not paranormal. Guess. I know.
Every single one?
Okay. Not every single one. 99.9 to the infinity % of orbs are not paranormal. And 100% of orbs are not paranormal for Michigan Bay Paranormal Team. Okay. We do not use orbs as a piece of evidence. There's a reason for that. Most paranormal shows out there try to appeal to the people that already are firm believers in ghosts. We want to appeal to those people, but also the skeptics. Orbs are not credible. They are, even if you find an orb that has no logical explanation, anyone who's a skeptic is going to find a logical explanation for it. So, therefore, we decide to just not include them at all in our evidence. And we've caught plenty of other good pieces of evidence that we don't really need to include something as iffy as orbs. But I'm sure many of you know orbs can be debunked by a lot of means. Dust, bugs, lens flares, moisture in the air, fog can cause little orbs. Heat radiation, we found that out at one of our investigations when we were just starting out. We were at a cemetery and it was cold outside. Had a car started up, and the heat radiating off the engine actually caused, well, it would be dust as well, but it caused caused orbs, a whole bunch of orbs actually. So,
did you share this link on Facebook?
I did not share this link on Facebook. Yeah, you can share it really quick. But yes, orbs are not paranormal for the most part. What they are believed to be is the beginning of a manifestation, and in no case, almost no case that we've seen an orb has it been followed by a further manifestation. They're way too debunkable is the problem. They're way too debunkable. It's not even worth using them in evidence in many cases, if you ask me. But many teams believe in them, and we respect your opinions on them. But if you ask me about your orb photos or post it somewhere where I'm part of or something, and you're asking for opinions, I will respectfully, keyword is respectfully, tell you what I think it is. And it's never going to be a ghost. I guarantee it.
Never?
There's one orb that I have seen, and I didn't take it.
Who did?
Dr. Lewis Cohen took it, my mentor, so to speak, for the paranormal field.
Why is his orb special?
His orb is special because the orb cast a shadow.
Wait, what?
Yes, the orb cast a shadow.
That's weird.
You could see the shadow of this orb, and I think something also cast a shadow on the orb.
What?
Yeah.
So it was like a
this,
physical manifestation.
like I can't get a shadow to appear on you.
Because the lights
Yeah, the
over
light's
there.
over there. But yeah, like that. Like if you were the orb. Like
I'm the
legit.
orb.
Yeah. So that is the one orb that I've seen that I was like, wow, I really don't have anything for you, man. I can't say. And when Dr. Lewis Cohen tells you something's paranormal, it's paranormal.
Yeah,
he's not, you don't argue with him.
He's a credible source, isn't he?
He's about the most credible source that I know of. And maybe we'll get him on the live stream one time. I bet he'd be up for that. Or an interview. We could do an interview with him. Maybe we'll do that for next week. So our video is filmed. We do a weekly video along with weekly live update and discussion. It's filmed. I didn't put it out there yet. I didn't edit it. I didn't get a chance to. But we are talking about our top 5 locations that we investigated. And I won't talk about them now because that would defeat the purpose of the video. But anyway, so back to orbs. Do you have anything you'd like to add?
I think orbs are really popular because anyone can go out and take a picture and catch it. I think that's what popularized them as a piece of evidence. You know, you take a picture and all these shows show you, oh, look at this orb move from left to right and then zigzag out of frame.
Yep.
And when the shows show you that, the novice, beginner, amateur,
or people that aren't investigators even.
They'll take a photo and they'll see it and be like, wow, look at this. And so I posted that on Facebook.
Yep. So hopefully we have a crowd that joins us here.
They'll get all excited about it and think that they've caught something when in reality you're creating a stigmatism that this thing exists and is super common. When in reality, a true orb is just as rare as any other piece of evidence out there.
As a matter of fact, we've caught more apparitions than we have orbs that we thought were credible.
Mm-hmm.
So, yep. And that's what it is. And if you guys take a picture of an orb, who am I to ruin your party? Like, if you like it, you think it's cool, by all means, it's cool. But is it paranormal? Probably not. But are they cool? I think they're cool. I mean, it's literally, you can't see dust. Dust is borderline microscopic. And you take a picture with a little flash and it's blown up all over the screen. Yeah, that's really cool.
So, how do vortexes go into this? What are said to be a bunch of orbs. Want to cover into that, or is that a different topic for a different day?
Vortexes that are a bunch of orbs are orbs. Vortexes that are like a little tornado spinning, that's not orbs. Those are vortexes, which is the start of a manifestation. And actually, our apparition that we caught at Bobby Mackey's, which was a good one. It's one of the better ones, but I think that was more of a vortex because you could just kind of see the start of a manifestation. It's impressive. I thought it was cool, and I was watching that with Mike the other day after we made the video, and I was like, wow, I still can't believe we caught that. So, yeah, and our top piece of evidence is actually on the episode of Uncovering the Unseen that is out already, Pintown, which you guys won't have much longer to view that. If you haven't checked out our episode at Pintown, it's episode 1. It's a rough edit of episode 1. It's not going to be the final product, and it will be taken off this page before too long in order to finalize it. And when we actually release the episodes, it will then be re-released as what we actually want the episode to be. That was just our starting process, and we knew we weren't going to be able to finish this series when this pandemic first started, so we decided we'd put something out there so people could see what we're all about. But that's not going to be how the final episode looks. But we caught a pretty good apparition there, and how we go about it is because of us being more skeptical and us being trying to debunk. I looked at it because a lot of people were like, well, that doesn't look that impressive compared to like some of these other ones. Well, I got to tell you, like, most apparitions that are actually caught aren't going to be as impressive as you think they are. It's only once in a great while that they're going to be holy crap. Like, but most of the time they're very fast. They're only in the screen for not even a second a lot of the times.
Maybe a few frames.
Yep. And so we have to slow them down a lot. And like in the case of the Bobby Mackey's one, we were using cables that were not that great. So they kind of made the screen a little blurrier. So it wasn't that great of a photo of a frame to view on. The one at Pintown is much better, I think. I think it's much clearer. We got some better cables. And
yeah, those are nicer.
Yeah,
they're
absolutely.
Not high-end cables, but they do a good job.
They're pretty high-end. But we look because that apparition, we're like, okay, there's windows in the building. Could it have been a car driving by? So we looked for cars driving by. We looked for if people were in the other room and flashlights. We looked at all these. Actually, we went back and viewed all these before we determined it was an apparition.
Perfect was that when re-reviewing that camera, we have 3 or 4 different instances where we got cars going down the street and we could see the light they cast. So we had like multiple cases in our favor that this wasn't a car light.
For instance, at Hillview, we caught the shadow. Mm-hmm. That shadow, like, we were blown away when we caught it. We were like, oh my God, this is like the best evidence we've ever seen from any team, including professional teams. We're like, this is the type of crap that gets you on TV. Like, we're like, wow, this. And I started looking at it a little more, and I was like, there's got to be an explanation. And we found it. What it was I set my camera down, and the infrared light from my camera made a light that we couldn't see, but the camera could see. And I moved my hand in front of the camera light, and it blocked it out and cast the shadow of my hand on the wall. And it made it look like the shadow was reaching out and grabbing Taylor, which was conveniently at around the time when she felt like she was being touched. So it just snowballed from there. And eventually we figured this out, and it was so depressing when we figured it out. It was like, oh, come on. But nope, it was not paranormal, and we determined that to be, and that's not the case with anything we show you. If we tell you it's paranormal, it doesn't mean necessarily that is law. It is paranormal. There might still be a chance that someone could explain it somewhere, but we have reviewed and gone through the motions and checked off the boxes of what else it could possibly be first. We don't just release evidence to you, especially in these episodes that are coming out. We're not just going to drop the episode and release evidence to you without checking it out and making sure, checking our boxes, crossing our T's, dotting our I's.
Scientific deduction and reasoning.
Yep. So, like I said, we have a couple apparitions, actually, I think, for the 3 episodes that we filmed. Yeah, we've only filmed 3 episodes. Coronavirus. But we have a case, and we have another case lined up. So those will be our 4th and 5th episodes for sure. So it will 100%, I guarantee you, be dropping this fall. the episodes will. And our preview videos and we're going to have videos of
Like
our
sneak
equipment,
peeks?
sneak peeks and overviews of our equipment, of who our team members are. We're going to release a whole bunch of mini videos. Those will be releasing throughout the summer. And then episodes will be releasing in the fall for season 1. And we will already hopefully be working on season 2 at that point. That is the ultimate goal with this. I'd like to keep it going, and I'd like to get more people involved. So tell your friends, if you know people that are interested in the paranormal, tell them we are releasing episodes. It's going to be like Ghost Adventures or Ghost Hunters that you see on TV, and it's going to be right here on YouTube. And hopefully with more subscribers and more viewers, we can build a better repertoire and get you guys more episodes per year, because as of right now, like, it's kind of hard to get cases. I know there's a pandemic going on. I talked to several other teams, and they all say the same thing.
Imagine that when there's a virus going around, nobody wants you in their establishment. Who would have thought?
Yeah. Well, but regardless, we have cases. They're coming up, and you will be seeing episodes, and you will be seeing evidence, and we'll talk more about this evidence. And maybe once the episodes drop, we'll even do a live stream after they drop, maybe like the day after, and talk about them. Talk about what was in there, what we go into depth, how the investigation went, and everything. For those of you who are actually interested, I like talking about the paranormal. I've been talking about the paranormal since I could talk. So I think our whole team, for the most part, is fully committed and invested into it to a certain degree. So it's obviously a passion. It's something that we'd like to continue, and something we'd like to share with you guys. So, other than that, any final thoughts?
Nothing off the top of my head.
Nothing at all. Nothing you want to tell them about what we talked about?
I mean, I think we covered it pretty well. Wouldn't you agree?
Yep, I think so. Next week, maybe I'll try and get someone on for this next week. I'll try and talk to someone, do an interview for our video, and then we can talk about it live after, because that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm doing a follow-up, basically. That's all I have to go off of as of right now. It might turn into something else, but we're just trying this out and seeing how people like the live videos. This one didn't take as well, but I also didn't post it. So
I have some other ideas for you too for more of these weekly chats. So we'll have a whole bunch of variety of types of things to do for everyone to look forward to. Hopefully something that floats everyone's boat will be available, whether you want to learn about equipment, types of evidence, or even seeing us look at pieces of evidence and determining if it's fact or faked. That might be a fun one. We could do that with audience participation, give them time to look at it, and then we tell them what we believe. Those types of videos. So.
Maybe we'll have to learn how to work YouTube a little more, because I don't know how to put photos into the video.
I'll teach you.
I guess this little edit button here. I'm playing around right now, so you guys are just gonna have to bear with me.
Oh, I meant you could do it as like a weekly release video, not a live video.
Yeah.
That might be an easier one.
Yep, because I don't think you can actually insert.
You can switch feeds to show a computer screen, and you can have it do that with you as a thumbnail. It is possible.
As a live video?
Yes.
Oh, well, cool. See, we're still new to this game.
You haven't watched enough YouTubers.
Yeah, I don't watch that many YouTubers. I just thought this was a good opportunity for us, and I saw a lot of YouTube channels, but looked like something that we could do, and that's why we're here. And we're gonna learn, we're gonna grow, and we're gonna hopefully get a lot more followers and everything. So you can start by liking, commenting, subscribing, and even sharing the channel with your friends, family.
Visit our Facebook page.
Yep, MI Bay Paranormal. And the series page is Uncovering the Unseen. Right now they're about the same for their posts. They usually share each other's posts anyways. Actually, I know they do, because it's me that's doing it. But so yeah. But until next week, we'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.